San Francisco District Attorney Brooke Jenkins will now consider charging teenagers as adults for serious crimes, including murder. That is a complete turnaround from the former DA Chesa Boudin. KTVU crime reporter Henry Lee here in studio tonight with the change in policy. Henry.
Mike, 2 months into her tenure as San Francisco DA, Brooke Jenkins has steadily dismantled the policies of her predecessor, Chesa Boudin, who had said no juveniles can be charged as adults. That will no longer be the case under Jenkins.
We will begin with a presumption that all juveniles are fit to stay in the juvenile justice system.
San Francisco DA Brooke Jenkins says most accused juveniles deserve compassion and a second chance, but other teens should face adult punishment for certain brutal crimes.
Murder and attempted murder, sexual assault, torture, kidnapping, and aggravated mayhem.
Jenkins announced a new policy in which prosecutors will seek to try 16 and 17-year-olds accused of those crimes as adults, depending on the circumstances. The DA says youths of color in the past have been disproportionately charged as adults.
At the same time, we cannot allow families of victims, we cannot allow victims themselves to remain without justice.
A new juvenile review team in her office would consult with the defense and the families of the accused and the victim before making a recommendation to Jenkins.
We are willing to fight for justice, and that we are going to retain our ability to do so and to make sure that we uphold our obligation to keep the public safe.
The DA said her predecessor, Chesa Boudin, who was voted out of office, had banned seeking adult charges for juveniles in any circumstance.
I do not believe that the prior administration's blanket policy against charging juveniles as adults allows us to bring justice in every single case, as we are obligated to do.
Reaction was mixed.
Adult prosecution of children has always been applied in a very racist way, both in San Francisco and elsewhere. Black and Latino youth are significantly more likely to be prosecuted as adults than their white peers.
This DA is coming in and saying, no, we are going to do what every other DA's office does, and that's charge juveniles as adults when it's appropriate.
Now, since 2016, DAs can no longer directly file charges against juveniles in adult court. They have to file a petition, and the decision as to whether teens are transferred to adult court are made by a judge. Mike?
I mean, if a 17-year-old is charged and then even convicted of, say, attempted murder, that person would have to go probably to juvenile hall. But the Board of Supervisors in San Francisco voted to close juvenile hall. Did that ever happen? I mean, that was a couple of years ago, but is it still open?
Yeah, as far as I know, Juvenile Justice Center is still open. So keep in mind, if you're a teenager charged as an adult, you would still stay at that juvenile center.
Yeah, as long as it's open. Okay. Henry Lee live here in studio. Henry, thank you.